Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of B&A Sports Talk. And today we're just talking sports. We're talking around the NFL. I have no idea where this is going to go. I have a general idea, but some points that I want to make are the Browns are actually going to be low-key pretty good next year. I don't know. A lot of people are saying, the Ravens, the Steelers, so there's a lot of pressure off the Browns. The Browns were actually the favorites going into the season last year, and now you have Lamar Jackson. Can he win a playoff game? There's a lot of pressure. Then you have the Steelers, Big Ben Roethlisberger. Can he play? Obviously, there's pressure on Baker Mayfield, whether he can play. You have Case Keenum backing him up, and obviously Kevin Stefanski, their offensive coordinator, went 13-3 and went to an NFC championship. I don't think he was the offensive coordinator. I think he was the like the QB coach at the time, but still, there's a lot of pressure behind Baker Mayfield. And you take a look at the picture that they took in Miami, a lot of people were yelling at him like, oh, his work ethic is awful. But I think that was just a ploy, the conspiracy theory time, but I think that was just a ploy for him to say, you know what, you don't believe in me, see what I can do. And he likes that underdog mentality. He likes being in the role of the underdog. He tried to play it last year like it's us against the world, but really it wasn't. You take a look at all the advertising and all the things that he was a part of. It really wasn't. Now you brought in another tight end, Austin Hooper. You brought in an experienced head coach who's not going to take any of his bullshit. He's not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be buddy with everyone else. He's a guy who believes in analytics. He's going to be like, we're going to do this. And the offensive line, a major improvement with Jack Conklin, potentially even Andrew Thomas in the first round. They're going to draft an offensive tackle no matter what. Jedrick Wills, he's going to have more time to pass. And he's not successful running. He is definitely not successful running. He cannot run. He has 4.8 speed, but he thinks he has 4.6 speed. He cannot run away from defensive ends, and he's small. So he needs to... He needs to realize who he is at this point. I think this year is going to be a major growing year because he sees the end. It's like, this is my third year. If I don't play well, Case Keenum is just going to come right back in. So there's some pressure, but not outside. There's internal pressure. He has an underdog mentality. And yeah, so the next topic I want to get into is what the Chargers should do at quarterback, because they're in a very interesting position right now. I say that about a lot of teams, but teams are always in interesting positions because you have right now Tyrod Taylor and Easton Stick, who you drafted last year, and Tyrod Taylor got drafted like 5, 6, 7 years ago by the Bills. He brought them to a playoff run in 2017, their first one in like 20 years. They lost to the Jaguars that year. But anyway, so Tyrod Taylor's decent. And he can do a lot of things with running. That's what Anthony Lynn wants. You have Justin Herbert that's probably going to be available at 6. There's questionable Miami Dolphins rumors, whatever, what they're going to do. But I think that Miami is going to end up taking Tua. So Justin Herbert's going to fall to you at 6. So what do you do here? You could select Justin Herbert. He has decent feet, but he wasn't really trusted at Oregon that much, whether it was because of the limited talent, which I don't really think, because Oregon has been receiving a lot of talent over the past couple of years, more than USC, I can tell you that much. And so he's had an amazing offensive line, and he's been solid. He sometimes his decision-making is awful. Like, I remember I was watching some film, it was this guy talk around film, and basically what he does is sometimes he just sticks on one, and doesn't want to go to 2 or 3, so he sticks on one read. That's a mistake he makes often, but often in the pocket he's fluid, he's mobile. I wanted him last year as a Giants fan until he got selected, until he decided not to enter the draft. I was disappointed in it. But Justin Herbert, he's decent. But a more polished guy, I think, right now is Josh Rosen, and he'll be cheaper. Instead of the 6th overall pick, you can give up a 4th-round pick. Miami's not going to be like, oh, yeah, let's stick it. They have 14 picks. They're not going to be like, oh, yeah, no, you can't take Josh Rosen. Plus, they brought an offensive coordinator for Ryan Fitzpatrick to succeed, for a gunslinger. Josh Rosen isn't really a gunslinger. He's just going to be there. And if a team offers a 4th or maybe a 5th, they're going to be like, yeah, why not? Just take him. We can package and make a deal to trade up if there's a guy we want in the draft. So I think that the Chargers could look at a Josh Rosen, him and Tyrod Taylor battle it out this year, and if we realize they all suck, the next year you just go for a quarterback again. And it's not like Justin Herbert's a once-in-a-generational talent. You can also go after a Jordan Love later, but taking a 6th overall pick on a quarterback is kind of questionable in my eye. I know that you're entering a new stadium. It's everything. Let me tell you, LA is going to be very interesting. New stadium, new facilities, new everything, especially with that free agent class. And I think that number 6 is too hefty a pick. You have so many good players that are there at number 6. Imagine you trade up, and then all of a sudden you mortgage your future. All of a sudden you have a quarterback, and then next year a bunch of free agents leave. So at this point, I think that you cannot select Justin Herbert at 6 because you're going to have to mortgage your future and potentially even trade up again to select him at 4 or 3, whatever it is, and you have to give up a lot of picks. So unless you love the guy, I wouldn't do it. And you can get a left tackle in the second round, a guard, or, you know, whatever you need. There's going to be wide receiver depth there. There's going to be probably some lineback depth there. Not really, actually, now that I think of it. Patrick Murray and probably Kenneth Murray going to be off the board. But you can get 2 picks for the future. And right now you have a lot of free agents leaving next year. So I would just select. I would select the best player available. And I think Justin Herbert's like the 20th, let's say, prospect. So that's not really that great value. So that's what I would do. Bring in Josh Rosen. Have Tyrod Taylor and Easton Stick all battle it out. They say if you don't have a quarterback, if you have a quarterback battle, you don't have a quarterback. Yeah, let's just see. Let's see what Josh Rosen has. You know, you brought in a new offensive coordinator this year. Josh Rosen has decent mobility. He could throw it deep. You know, his decision making isn't the best, but I'd give Josh Rosen another chance, and you can bring him in for a cheap deal. I wouldn't bring in a Cam Newton or a James Winston or a Cam Newton, because you think that you've already seen what they can do, and you're not sure if Cam Newton is healthy. You're not sure if it's going to be a big distraction. I would glance at Cam Newton. But, yeah, so I would try to find the cheapest option at quarterback that gives you the most potential. I think Justin Herbert is a little bit too pricey at that 6th overall pick. Let me know what you guys think. You think Justin Herbert's a great quarterback and I'm completely wrong? Or are you like, yeah, Anthony, you're probably right. Let's pick some draft picks because there are a lot of free agents next year. But hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.